Good evening. In this video we will talk about a book called Passing on the Torch: How to Pass Your Spiritual Values On to Your Children and Teens by Roger Dudley. We're on page 20, chapter 2. What's the title?
Beliefs, attitudes, and values.
Beliefs, attitudes, and values. And what's a belief? Show me an example.
A thing that you put your faith in.
Show me an example of a belief.
Mostly all religions believe in their God.
Yes. For instance, you said Christians, so Christians believe there's a God. Alright, that's a belief. What's an attitude?
Oh. A form of disrespect.
Or respect. A bad attitude or a good attitude. Do you know Rocky, the boxer? He made a movie, Rocky 2. He fought Mr. T. Do you know that one? Black guy with a mohawk?
I have no idea because there's so many Rockies.
Alright, well, Mr. T used to be on a TV show called The A-Team. And he was B.A. Baracus, but they called him B.A. for bad attitude.
Hold up, the A-Team?
The A-Team.
Is it a part of 5 guys?
Yes, 5
build
guys.
things out of scrap metal?
No, what they used to do is, if someone was in trouble, like with guns and things like that, or kidnapped or something, they would go after that. I forget what it was about, but it was about soldiers doing some sort of activity.
You know why? Because in Teen Titans Go, I saw the A-Team on the show. They were watching the movie The A-Team. We didn't actually get to see the A-Team, but he said it was about 5 dudes who were fighting crime by building things out of scrap metal and stuff, weapons, awesome stuff. And they were in a van going everywhere.
Yes, they were in a van going everywhere, and there was one called Faceman, and what he was supposed to do was, for instance, there was one that could fly an airplane. So there was a problem. We don't have an airplane. Faceman, go find me an airplane. And he would lie, pretend he was somebody else, and get an airplane. Or he would steal it. He was an unusual person. Was he the leader? No, there was somebody else that would tell him what to do. But he knew who to send, you know? Alright, please. Beliefs, attitude, and values. Most people, the native people of the Americas used to say that the white man values
Gold,
yellow rocks. To them it was yellow rocks. But and I heard a story that one time they told them sit down and eat, and they were forced to eat what?
Rice.
Gold. If you don't eat it, they put an arrow through you.
They all died, right? Either
I believe so. I
from the iron or the gold.
So you gotta value something. I value wisdom. Come on. Give me a booming voice.
How about actions? A woman volunteers time for social welfare and to assist the needy.
Alright, come on.
You're on camera.
You're not on camera, only your knees.
Surely this is a value thing. Even here, caution is called for.
Okay, stop. What was her value?
Caution.
Helping other people, right? Why is it caution? Be careful. Why? Because for us Christians, go ahead and read it. The Apostle Paul says,
the Apostle Paul challenges us to look at our motives critically, he writes.
Keep going.
If I give all I possess to the poor and surrender my body to the flames, but have not love, I gain nothing.
Alright, so when you do something, do it with what?
Value?
Love. For instance, if you're gonna walk the dog the right way. If you're going to give me a ride to the airport, don't complain. Alright, keep going.
Recently, I heard about a man who was not a believer in God, but who was married to a devout Christian.
Before you get there, what happened to Pontius Pilate?
I don't know who that is.
Alright. What about the woman with the... You skipped something? I didn't want you... Let me see. I wanted you to read about the woman, and then right after that is... Oh, I see. The dots. I looked at... I skipped it. I didn't put a dot. Alright, so here they talk about values, and a vice president that he falsified his income tax. And Pontius Pilate with Jesus, he said, "Look, I am bringing him out to you to let you know that I find no basis for a charge against him." John 19:4 from the Bible. Well, we could hardly call Jesus a value in Pilate's life, because although he said Jesus is not guilty,
he is guilty.
He still ordered him killed.
He's guilty. He's not guilty.
He's not guilty. I don't see any charge for a need to crucify him. But you know what? The big boss here. I will crucify him. All right, now here. Go ahead and read about the woman. Recently,
I heard about a man who was not a believer in God, but who married to a devout Christian. He respected both her beliefs and her desire to rear their children in her faith. So he accompanied her to her weekly church services and even participated in family worship, reading Bible stories to the children. He did all this while personally being an atheist.
so did he do a lot of good things?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Read about David and Goliath. Okay, children, now you know. You can beat up a giant with rocks and then cut off his head with a sword.
They don't say that.
All right, now go ahead. Tell me what else is to be read.
Wow. A belief. What is that?
Predisposing.
No, here.
Rokeach.
A belief, Rokeach continued, is a simple proposition.
Proposition?
Yeah.
Okay.
Conscious or unconscious, inferred from what a person says or does, capable of being preceded by the phrase, "I believe that," blank. Beliefs may be categorized under three headings. A descriptive belief expresses a supposed fact that can be verified as true or false. I believe that the sun rises in the east.
That can be proven, okay.
An evaluative belief states what one considers to be desirable or undesirable. I believe this ice cream is good. Is there a cat here?
Yes. Great. So that's an opinion, belief.
Cannot be verified as true or false since it is rooted in personal experience. A prescriptive or exhortatory belief states what one believes the situation should be. I believe children should obey their parents. It is too personal and cannot be verified. Each belief contains a cognitive and affective and a behavioral component. And all beliefs are
predisposition or predisposed?
Not predisposition. To action.
All right. A person that believes all life is sacred, will he join the army? That's what the Buddhists believe. And then, with a religion that says love your neighbor, would they join the army? No, but then Tolstoy wrote, why are the Buddhists and the Christians at war? You see? I believe some Buddhists and some Christians did something against each other. This cat. All right, so how values operate. Well, I've got 2 pages left here. Okay, so let's examine Gandhi. He wanted freedom, he wanted the world at peace, and he wanted equality for all people. He didn't value wealth, pleasure, and a comfortable life. His also instrumental values, the way he did things, he didn't want, were probably nonviolence and courage. And then, how did they focus? There was a big problem in India. Put your phone away, son, please. So he wanted Indian independence from Great Britain. And what is the caste system? Do you know? There are untouchables, which are the lowest in society. They touch dead things, like they would work as grave diggers, perhaps. Right? They would dig a grave, and they would touch also leather goods. All right? Because something is dead. But the Brahmins, and then I don't know who else. These are levels of society. The rich and the poor is what we have in the United States, right? But there's also a middle class of people that have a bunch of things.
No.
Max, please focus. Alright, so here we go with Gandhi. Now, one thing about untouchables, they have less rights than other people. Alright? They were not allowed to go into a Hindu temple, for instance. So Gandhi renounced personal comforts and identified himself with the untouchables. All right?
Esa es de Anthony, ¿no?
He captured the imagination of his countrymen and became the soul and voice of... Yes, India. Very good, my son. He gained permission for untouchables to enter sacred Hindu temples that had been off limits to them for hundreds of years. He led. Stop. All right, I'll finish the paragraph. He led his nation in nonviolent protest against British rule. He taught his people to accept without complaint whatever suffering the exercise of their convictions brought upon them. All right, so he told them, you're going to get hit. You will not raise one arm to defend yourself. We will shame them. You will look at them in the eye, and you will get hit on the head with a stick. When you fall, the man behind you will take your place. What did the women do? I think the women picked up the men and put them. And you know how long was the line of men that went 5 across? Well, you were doing it for your children, son. You understand now? You don't have the weapons to defeat the British. You don't have the bullets. So you're going to go get... Because of Gandhi, many people died, yes. He taught his people to accept without complaint whatever suffering the exercise of their convictions brought upon them. He saw his patient, painstaking methods finally forced the mighty British Empire to grant India independence. He was killed by an Indian zealot impatient with his methodology. Alright, so tomorrow we continue with the values. God bless you and those that surround you. Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see in the world. Go do something useful for other people. Go earn their love. Go earn their love? Yes. For instance, my neighbors love me because I cut their grass.
Well, neighbor. Nobody loves you because they have grass.
What do you think, Max? Nobody loves me because I cut their grass? Then why would they say thank you? Why would they give you a pineapple? Nobody loves me? My neighbors love me. I know it. You know it. Go cut somebody's grass. Go do a good deed. Go read to a child. See you in the next video.